And Conor McGregor, if you still have some balls, I will be waiting for you in Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new champion, Ilia Topuria!
I'll be back. This isn't the end.
Nobody believed this would ever happen. Ilia Topuria, undefeated, unstoppable, a two-division champion, lying on the canvas, both eyes shattered, in his corner throwing in the towel. Tonight, we talk about whether El Matador's career will ever be the same again. For years, Ilia Topuria was considered untouchable. He knocked out Alexander Volkanovski. He destroyed Max Holloway. He vacated the featherweight title and moved up to lightweight, and still won the belt against Charles Oliveira. This man had never lost a professional fight. But at the UFC White House event on June 14, 2026, everything changed. Justin Gaethje came in as the underdog. Nobody gave him a chance. But round by round, Gaethje turned up the pressure. He landed a massive uppercut in the clinch early on. Topuria's eyes started swelling. His vision was compromised. By the fourth round, Topuria couldn't even see his opponent clearly, and his corner made the call. Stoppage. New champion. Justin Gaethje. And then came the real shock. Medical reports revealed that Topuria suffered bilateral orbital fractures. That means both eye sockets were broken. The right eye took the most damage. Doctors confirmed no surgery is needed because the fractures are non-displaced, the bones stayed in alignment. But Dana White said it clearly, "I just want him to go home and rest. I don't even want to think about him fighting again right now." So the question now is, will Ilia Topuria ever be the same fighter after this? He's 28 years old. He's talented. He's hungry. He already broke his silence on Instagram and vowed to come back. But 2 broken eye sockets, a 6-month medical suspension, and his first career loss? This is the biggest test of El Matador's life, not in the octagon, but in his mind. Comment below, do you think Topuria comes back stronger, or is his best already behind him? The doctors revealed something terrifying. Both orbital bones, broken. One eye took so much damage, he literally couldn't see his opponent anymore. So the question is, was this the last time we ever see Ilia Topuria fight at the top level? Picture this. You're Ilia Topuria. You're undefeated. You're the champion. You walk into the White House, literally, the south lawn of the White House, with 50,000 people watching. Cameras everywhere. The whole world is watching. And then, round by round, you feel your eyes swelling shut. Your vision blurs. You can't see the punches coming. And there's nothing you can do about it. Spanish MMA reporter Irati Prat first broke the news. Topuria had sustained a broken orbital. But then came the full report. Not one orbital. 2. Both eye sockets fractured. Non-displaced breaks, which means no surgery, but the damage was severe enough that doctors and the UFC medical team immediately gave him a 6-month suspension. Dana White said it clearly, "My plans for him are to go home and relax and rest and heal." A 2026 comeback looks basically impossible. Here's the deeper question nobody is asking. Ilia Topuria built his entire identity on being unbeatable. His confidence, his trash talk, his media presence, all of it was built on that 0 in the loss column. Now that 0 is gone. The orbital bones will heal. But will his mental edge? Will he step into the octagon the same way, knowing that a Justin Gaethje, not even Islam Makhachev, not even a superstar, just took him apart? Only time will answer these questions. Topuria himself went on Instagram and said he will be back. He will fight again. He vowed revenge. But 2026 is done. The road to redemption starts in 2027. And the MMA world will be watching every step. Don't forget to subscribe for all the updates on Topuria's comeback journey. Conor McGregor just broke his silence, and what he said about Ilia Topuria's loss will shock you. The man who once owned that throne is now watching someone else fall from it. This is the reaction nobody expected. June 14, 2026. The most unique fight card in UFC history, held at the South Lawn of the White House. 2 title fights. Thousands of fans. Global cameras. And in the main event, Ilia Topuria, the man who literally said he was bigger than Conor McGregor, stepped in to defend his lightweight belt. By the end of the night, he was being rushed to hospital with 2 broken eye sockets. And then Conor McGregor spoke. Not to mock. Not to say I told you so. McGregor actually defended Topuria, going after Terence Crawford, who had taunted El Matador after the loss. McGregor called Crawford's comments pitiful and stood up for the Georgian champion. Remember, this is the same Topuria who once said McGregor seems to be retired and doesn't deserve to share the octagon with him. Yet McGregor still showed class. That tells you something about the respect that exists between real fighters. Here's the irony that the internet is talking about. Topuria built his career by distancing himself from McGregor's legacy. He said he was bigger than Conor. He said McGregor had wasted his career. But now, after his first loss, Topuria finds himself in the exact same position McGregor was in after the Khabib fight, dealing with the first major defeat, broken physically, needing to rebuild. The question is, will Topuria handle it better than McGregor did? McGregor never truly recovered, mentally or physically, from the Khabib loss. Will Topuria? He's younger. He's more disciplined. He's got the hunger. But now he also has the weight of that first L on his record. Drop your thoughts below, and make sure you're subscribed because this Topuria comeback story is just getting started. One champion lost his belt in blood and broken bones. Another champion won, but people are calling it cheating. Tonight, Topuria's brutal injury revealed, and why Ciryl Gane is being accused of dirty tactics. Let's start with Ilia Topuria. At UFC White House, Justin Gaethje handed El Matador the first loss of his professional career. A 4th-round corner stoppage after Topuria's corner realized he could no longer see, both orbital bones fractured from Gaethje's relentless punching. Medical reports confirm, 2 broken eye sockets, 6-month suspension, no surgery needed but no return in 2026 either. The reign of El Matador, at least for now, is officially over. But wait. Because the other title fight on the same card has its own controversy, and it's getting loud. Ciryl Gane defeated Alex Pereira in the light heavyweight title fight at UFC White House. But Pereira and his team are furious. Tom Aspinall came out and said there were a lot of illegal elbows going on during the fight. Pereira himself believes he would have won if Gane had not used those techniques. Now the MMA community is split, half say Gane is a deserving champion, the other half say the refs missed something critical that changed the outcome of a world title fight. 2 title fights. 2 massive controversies. One night at the White House. The UFC world is on fire right now, and we want to know your opinion. Was Topuria's loss the end of his era? And did Ciryl Gane win dirty? Comment yes or no below and smash that subscribe button because we're covering every single update from here. He walked into the White House as champion. He left in an ambulance with 2 broken eye sockets. Ilia Topuria's comeback timeline has just been revealed, and the MMA world is in shock. June 14, 2026. Washington, D.C. The South Lawn of the White House. Ilia Topuria, undefeated, feared, the face of a new generation of UFC, defending his lightweight title against Justin Gaethje. For the first 2 rounds, Topuria looked dangerous. He had his moments. He was landing his trademark bombs. But Gaethje landed a brutal uppercut in the clinch in round 2, and from that moment on, Topuria's right eye started swelling. Then his left. By round 4, he was essentially fighting blind. His corner stopped it. For the first time in his life, Ilia Topuria had lost. He was transported to hospital immediately after the fight. The White House crowd, which had cheered for him just minutes earlier, watched in silence as medical staff attended to him. Then the reports came in. Bilateral orbital fractures. Both eye sockets. Broken. Non-displaced, meaning no surgery, but the extent of the damage left everyone wondering, is this man ever going to be fully okay? Dana White said he didn't even want to talk about Topuria fighting again. He just wanted him to rest and heal. But Topuria himself? He didn't stay silent for long. He took to Instagram and issued a statement, vowing to come back. No timeline given. No specific opponent called out. Just a promise from a warrior who has never known defeat until that night. The medical suspension is 6 months minimum. A 2026 return is basically impossible. But 2027? The MMA world better get ready, because a motivated, hungry, chip on his shoulder Ilia Topuria is going to be the most dangerous man on the planet. From undefeated champion, to broken, beaten, and humbled in front of the whole world. This is Ilia Topuria's darkest chapter. But if history has taught us anything, it's that the greatest fighters write their best stories after their worst defeats. Are you Team Topuria? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss a single chapter of this comeback story.